Hello everybody, Hyper Mario Sunshine here, and we got some new stuff that came out, and yeah, this dropped out of nowhere yesterday. It's been a full day, but yeah, Fire Emblem Shadows. This is a brand new Fire Emblem game on mobile. It is a spin-off, and it has a unique identity to it. So yeah, they basically made Fire Emblem cross Among Us. Yeah, this game is basically kind of like Among Us or Mafia or Werewolf, etc. I mean, it kind of is more like Werewolf because, you know, the main villains are wolves. But anyways, yeah, so this game came out of nowhere on the 25th. I was literally at work when this happened, and like I was like, what the heck is going on? I was like, you know, looking at all the crazy stuff that was going on, people trying it out, Lynn and Dimitri. As you can see, this game does have a season pass. I did decide to get it just to see how it actually is cheaper than the Fate Pass, so it gets that. I know it's a little bummed out that, yeah, we have basically a season pass for a game that just came out, and it's not entirely, like, I guess, in my opinion, like, fully ready. But yeah, this game is certainly interesting. We got a whole new cast of characters here. Kurt is our lead protagonist.
Do you have a strategy in mind?
Yeah, I believe, like, even looking at the models, these kind of remind me a lot of Faye. You know, it has the Paper Mario-esque look to it.
What have you got planned?
And yeah, you could either be with the light or the shadow. And yeah, everybody basically has that. Everybody's basically a beast unit of sorts, so very interesting. Yeah, there is a bunch of OCs for this game. You know, you have Gotthold here, who is basically your Jagan archetype. Then you have Karina and Alberta, who seem to be the Cain and Abel archetypes here. Sasha, who seems to be the Navarre archetype. And then you have Haiti here. I'm guessing she's supposed to be like Lind in a sense. I don't know. I'm not. I don't think she's like. I'm more confident on everybody else, but I'm not sure about Haiti. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. It does have a story. You do have to progress it by playing games online. The gameplay is pretty simple, especially since it is auto battle. There is a shop as well. Right now, they're having a beginner support pack for the next year. Of course, I'm not going to be going crazy with this game. I think Faye is pretty much where I'm satisfied with. And, yeah, we also have, like, they have their own little mascot, kind of like Faye the Owl. As you can see with the news section. They also got little outfits for everyone, too. That kind of go based off of their, what they transform into. Yeah, we could link our Nintendo account, which we already did. And yeah, this little guy over here on the left is the mascot for this game. Yeah, this game did come out on the 24th, but I'm saying the 25th because because the Nintendo of Japan was the one that announced it, surprisingly. Yeah, it was very out of nowhere, and like literally they've been doing back out of nowhere announcements because Doug Bowser was recently announced to be retiring at the end of this year with Devin Pritchard, I believe her name is, taking over as the new president of Nintendo of America. So yeah, we've been getting some pretty big news. So this was just the first bit of it, and Nintendo is not leaving the mobile gaming side anytime soon. So yeah, we have the story here. You basically have the light side and the dark side. You can progress through both stories. And it is book 1, so similar to Fate in that manner. We got the bazaar here, which I'm guessing is just your in-game currency. Yep, as you can see. It gives you recommendations as well. And yeah, so far our two non-OC characters are Lynn and Dimitri, as I previously stated. Lynn becomes a centaur when she is the one in Shadow, and Dimitri becomes a lion. So yeah, your favorite Fire Emblem characters are now furries. But I guess that joke is a little overplayed by this point. Again, it is a very interesting premise. Now, you may have seen a lot of people either say the game is good, and some people say that the game is bad, and I'm here to tell you, I think it's decent. It is practically, like, I think one of my complaints about it is that it's too easy. Like, in some cases. Oh, I think, yeah, it's also pretty easy to know who's who. I'm pretty sure Dimitri's the imposter, to be honest with you guys. So yeah, this game is basically an auto battler. You get to pick like what you're doing. It is pretty interesting, but yeah, I feel like it needs a bit more than just the 3 characters. I think it'd be interesting if it had at least 4, maybe more. I think 4 to 6 would be the perfect range. But yeah, just knowing who's who, I'm gonna go with Dimitri here. I think it's pretty obvious, especially since me and Lynn were getting attacked. Yep. Yeah, and Chris Hackney and Wendy Lee are back voicing both Dimitri and Lynn, respectively. Get the heal in. Alright, they got the kill on that. Boom! Pretty easy. So yeah, there is some actual strategy with this. Again, I feel like if there was more, there would be great. I feel like if there wasn't also the auto-battling, I think it would also be great. There is definitely a few problems with it, but I think it's not as bad as people may say it is. Again, this is a spin-off. You can't really expect it to play exactly like Fire Emblem. I know there's some people that have like a few complaints with that, like it's not strategic enough, but I think the more depth you put into the game and like the more you get into the game, I feel like it becomes more understandable and enjoyable. But yeah, it is a little lacking at the moment. Again, it just launched, and you know, there are people making jokes about end of series already, but I think I'm gonna give this a little faith. I'm not gonna go too hard on it, like spending money or anything. But I do want to see how this goes, because I think it's a very interesting premise, and I hope that they add more to it to, make the gameplay more, enjoyable for everyone. I think it's definitely onto something with what it has in mind. But, yeah, we just need to see the future. Hopefully they do well with this game, because, like, its presentation is pretty cool. And it's got a pretty unique art style, too. And the models, again, as I mentioned before, very much like FaZe, like 2D models that we see in Fire Emblem Heroes, but instead in just 3D shape, in a sense. Yeah, there was also some very cool cutscenes in a trailer that came out as well, if you guys want to check it out as well. But yeah, overall, my thoughts are it's pretty decent. I think it just needs a little more time to cook. I feel like this is like, it feels like a pre-release state, like, just like early, like an early point of the game kind of sense. You get like a beta of sorts. I feel like they should have done something like that. They had like a Fire Emblem Direct being announced, and it shows more footage, like explaining a little bit, like gives you like a second mini trailer for Fortune's Weave, and then you have this game pop in, and then probably maybe announce something else at the side, maybe another spin-off, maybe a remake, or heck, maybe even announce the return of the Fire Emblem Expo. I don't know. I feel like they could have done that instead of just randomly shadow dropping out of nowhere. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Fire Emblem Shadows. Do you guys think it needs a few more tweaks in order to be truly enjoyable? Do you guys think it's bad? Do you guys are stuck somewhere in between? Let me know down below. And let me know who your favorite character is, I guess either design-wise or just their personality, etc. All that fun stuff, because I think that this game actually has some pretty cool characters and a really nice art style. And also the music reminds me a bit of Okami, like the little sound effects. Otherwise, the music is pretty nice. It's just very calming and soothing. And then the remixes as well for both Lynn and Dimitri when they're the one in Shadow, you know, being the traitor. Their music is absolutely amazing. I can't believe they went this hard for a mobile game. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching my quick impression of Fire Emblem Shadows. I will be continuing to play it to unlock Dimitri and Lynn. We're going to see how the game goes forward from here. But yeah, we'll see you guys then.